Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build-up of the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. And if you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Running right through tacklers. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. 4 set of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality is seeing it now in person.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's incomplete. What a chance for an interception there. Instead brings up second down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The shotgun running play call. Finding space at the 20. It's a nice gain. We'll move the football up to the 27.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Here comes a handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle on the line of scrimmage.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Cox. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. It's the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37. The Buffaloes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. And the game just good enough for a first down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buffaloes. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. Might have to try the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Syracuse 0. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Single back, takes the handoff. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he lofts one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So second down after the incompletion. He'll hand it off. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On the run, he'll let it go. And he pulls in the catch. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Syracuse, 0.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. This time a completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial third down play right here. Can he get there on the ground? Fights through a tackle. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
It's the running back in the flat. And he's tackled after the catch.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that short completion. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. When he's got some space here. On the move. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Looking to throw it deep. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can he make it to the marker? Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Lets it go quickly. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. He's at the 50. Inside the 40. Past the 20. At the 10 now. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Orangemen. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Football is coughed up by the returner inside their own 20.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the...
Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. Extra point try coming now. And it's up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they look to the right.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Linebacker is maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That's a flashy run with the spin move, but produces just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Cox. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Makes a quick grab.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. He hands it off from the gun. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the Buffaloes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And then first down, right back to the running game. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense facing second and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
We'll see what the offense dials up here on third and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They could take the lead with the chip shot, but the coach is thinking touchdown here on fourth down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. It's a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
And it's taken at the 25. Tackle is made at the 35. Good job by the kick returner that time. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The linebacker shifting around now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Extending the play now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They're going to run it here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He finds the running back in the flat. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile.
And the ball to the ground. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Orangeman. A fumble return for 6. So they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes it a 5-point game. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Colorado. He'll stroll into the end zone.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only one, but two kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
And he drops back in the gun, bringing pressure. And he can't get rid of it and goes down, so a sack. Unsuccessful two-point try. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
Chiefs offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Remember the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press from the shotgun. Here's an inside give. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Fair catch made at the 35. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Now it's 2nd down here. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And that catch is hauled in. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Linebacker shifting around now. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. And the back now goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looking for his back. Looks left and finds his target there. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
4 verticals is a tough scheme to defend, especially if you do not get pressure on the quarterback. He's able to sit back, read the safeties, find the open man, and deliver the football. Huge gain by the offense.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's picked for a third time tonight. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
In the clear at the 25. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Boy, what a run here. I mean, the guy's got speed. He's elusive. He has the ability to escape. Here, the quarterback became a one-man disruptor and had the defense on their heels the whole time.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a 1st down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. The tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Running out of time in the pocket. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a 1-possession game.
It's caught downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down. Syracuse lines up quickly.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Syracuse has moved into the red zone. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. This is caught. Could be an important 2-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. It's a squib kick. fielded by one of the up men. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? They start the drive with a good throw to the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage in the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. And the Buffaloes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's looking to scramble. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? From the shotgun, drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take another shot right here. It's incomplete. He was lucky to avoid a 4th interception in this game. 2nd down now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator told us before the game, they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage. They couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. 4th down conversion gives him a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. Got to get to the line quickly. Fights off a defender. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Buffaloes come into the final minute of play, just looking to run the clock out. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. And the Buffaloes will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Fair catch made at the 20. You've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking to scramble now. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Of course, in the playoffs,